Hi. Do you ever wonder, why won't my child stick with one thing? Why do they start something with a rush of enthusiasm and then they're off doing something else? They can't stick with anything. Huge amounts of enthusiasm, huge amounts of talent, huge amounts of creativity, very little persistence. Well, you might have a parrot child. And parrot children are enthusiastic and they have lots of colourful ways of seeing the world, and they chat and they make friends and they're social, and they flit from doing a drawing to doing a dance to running outside to chase a butterfly or to see what's happening down the road, and then they come back and they tell you all about that, and then they're off doing something else. And you know they have a huge amounts of talents. Does that sound like your child? Well, what you need to start doing is focusing on developing their persistence, because persistence is required in every aspect of the world. Having friendships, becoming skilled at a sport, developing a career, developing relationships, all require persistence. So the way you do that is by not setting them up to fail. Okay, so giving them small things to do when they're younger, and not saying, great, you finished that, because then they just kind of want finish. So you say things like, oh, you really stuck with that. Gosh, was that a bit difficult in the middle there? Right, why don't you try a little harder? Oh, I love it when you try. So, praising for effort, setting them up to succeed, so small focus tasks at a time, and then building up the consistency. Those are two really important strategies to use. Now, I'll just look at my notes to see the third, because it's not jumping into my head just at the second. Oh yes, use their interests. Okay, if you've got a child that is not sticking with their reading at night, I know it's obvious, but if they're interested in dinosaurs, get them a book on dinosaurs. If they're interested in manga, get them a book on One Piece. So you build up that persistence by appealing to their interests. Try not to work against it. So it's using their interests, praising efforts, and really helping them focus. You can even, when you start seeing them lose interest, maybe offer them a bribe. If you stick with that for another 10 minutes, we might go and get a hot chocolate. My dad said bribery always worked. Right, now, so the child that jumps from one thing to another excitedly, even though we're teaching them persistence, become the adults that bring so much creativity and enthusiasm and joy to the world. They make up, wonderful events, are great event planners, great organisers, great socialisers. So these children do bring huge gifts into the world and are magical adults. So hang in there and follow me if you want more wise parenting tips and some practical solutions. See you next time.